Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Sews Happiness. I'm Mary Ellen and I'm going to share with you my Sew Hayley Jane classic box, which has just arrived for the month of April. And if you can forgive me, I'm sitting enjoying a cup of tea. I am still a little damp, but it's a pretty dismal day outside and I've been out and about doing some shopping and whatnot, so I'm still drying off and warming up. So I thought while I'm doing that, I'll record my vlog and catch up with you a little bit as well. So to be honest, I haven't been sewing an awful lot. I have been cutting a few things when I get a chance, but since it was the Easter weekend, long weekend, it has been spent, with family and doing Easter oriented things. I have a few things that I've made that I haven't shared yet because they are part of the Selfless Sews challenge. The hashtag has completely escaped my baby brain. So those are to be revealed on the last day of the month. So I will be chatting to you a little bit about what I'm doing in those on my vlog on the 17th of April, which is to run alongside the vloggers tour for that challenge. So do look out for that and you'll see a little bit of what I've been up to. A lot of which has been for Henry. So if sewing for children is something you're interested in, you're not going to want to miss that one because I'll have some really cute little patterns and makes to share with you there. But for myself, I haven't done very much. I do have plans to get a few things started, if not during the week, at the weekend, once Simon is back off and I get a little bit of a break. But the chances are that may not even happen. I might get half hour or something, but it's my 40th birthday at the weekend, so I might have to write it off. I'm not sure it's going to be the most productive of weekends. Again, it'll be spent with family and doing fun things. So yeah, it looms quite devastatingly. So I was really happy when I turned 30. At the age of 30, I had, 4 degrees. By this point, I traveled the world. I was married. I'd ticked off a lot of boxes. I don't know, 40 is a bit different. It's just a bit different. It really feels, midway in life. And I'm not going to have a midlife crisis. I can tell you that now, because while it's something that's making me a little bit, I'm not going to say morose, but contemplative, it's not a bad thing. When I think about where I am in my life and what I've achieved, and now that I have my little Henry, I really couldn't ask for anything else. And I suppose the point now is just to enjoy that and the next decade of watching him grow and become the person that he's going to be. So yeah, I think that's what the next decade of my life will be all about. We'll see how we go. I think it'll be amazing. I think he's turning out to be an incredible little boy already. At 4 months old, I have a sense of what his personality is. He is a little wicked with his humour. He is good fun and he is very happy and very content. And as his mom, that'll be my job, is to ensure that that's how he stays as he grows up. So yeah, my Sew Hayley Jane box has arrived and that's what I'm going to share with you today. Don't wonder where my head's going because even I don't know. Yeah, here it is. I wasn't expecting it actually because it was dispatched. I saw a couple of them arrive on Saturday, with the bank holiday for the Royal Mail. So I didn't think it would arrive today. I thought it would be tomorrow. So this is a really pleasant surprise. And I'm just going to break into it and share with you what is inside. Don't mind me. It feels really wintry today. I don't know what's going on, but spring doesn't seem to want to come. It just is lingering in the background, teasing all of us with the odd nice day that we get here and there. Easter Sunday actually was really nice. I'm so wet. Ugh, I hate wet hair. Yeah, Easter Sunday was lovely. We all went out as a family for Henry's first Easter and all of that. So that was lovely. So here we go. I'm in my box and I'm going to share with you then the contents. Right, the first thing then that you get in your So Hayley Jane box, whether it be the mini, the classic or the luxury, is the So Hayley Jane magazine, which Hayley puts together herself. And to be honest, I love it. I love sitting with a cup of tea and just going through the magazine. There's quite a lot in here. So you have your foreword from Hayley about the boxes and how she's put the theme together. And the theme this month is Zest, which you can tell with the watermelons on the cover. She has an interview here with Sapphire Frills, and incidentally the gift this month is a little pair of earrings from Sapphire Frills, and it's got a little watermelon print on there. Now I have seen a couple of unboxings of the luxury box, and those earrings work really well with the fabric in there. I actually really like the fabric in the luxury box. I'm a big double gauze fan, and I do tend to sew quite a lot with it for the warmer months. It's also something I wear throughout the winter and the autumn too, because I like that cooling potential that you have wearing double gauze, particularly indoors. And while I can layer it up, it means I can get rid of the layers and feel nice and cool in warmer indoor spaces as well. But yeah, so that is the little gift that is in the box this month. So there's a little interview there with Sapphire and her sister, who must be working alongside each other to create their jewellery. Then there is a make of the month, which is using February's brushed cotton, and you can read all about that there. Then you've got some ideas for 1 meter makes, and I think Hayley actually uploaded a video about 1 meter makes as well. So if you subscribe to the mini box, you'll get some ideas as to what to do with it. And then you've got the 3 boxes, 3 makes. So every month somebody gets sent each of the boxes. So Esther has used 1 meter of fabric to make the Adrienne blouse, which incidentally is what I am wearing today. Gemma has made Leo dungarees from the luxury box. I'm not going to show you these in case you haven't looked at yours yet. And then Laura has made a named patterns kilo wrap dress with the fabric that I have here in my box, which I will share with you. And they share a little bit about those makes in the magazine as well. And then with every single box you get a tutorial for a fat quarter make. And this month the fat quarter project is a drawstring storage bag, and these are created by Tamlin, aka Sewn on the Tyne, over on Instagram. Big fan, and I do really like the little projects. I don't make enough of them, to be honest, and I do have some beautiful fat quarters, including Liberty and Tula Pink and things like that in my stash that I really ought to make more use of. But I'll just show you while we're on that, the fat quarters that are in the month's box. So with your classic box you get 4 fat quarters. I think in the mini you get 3, in the luxury you get 5. These are absolutely gorgeous this month. I'm loving them. I love the boldness of the prints. So we have a couple of animal prints here. Let me pull this one out as well. Get it the right way up. And then a couple of fruity ones too. So really nice. Those would make gorgeous kitchen projects. Those I think really lovely for making little cosmetic bags and things like that. So I need to make more of a conscious effort to use those, and maybe I'll go back, and on the So Hayley Jane blog there is a whole history of fat quarter makes on there, so maybe I'll have a look and try to make some of those. So that's lovely. And there's a sweet treat then in the box as well, which is slipped down the side. So sweet treat is some vegan lemon sherbets, which will be really tasty. I love anything citrusy. Just before they disappear under my fabric, I thought I'd share those with you. Then there is the Makers Gallery, and in the Makers Gallery you'll find me wearing the dress that I made with the cotton poplin that came in February's box. So yeah, that was the chock and notch fringe dress, which I would have shared with you in one of my previous vlogs, but it's featured in there this month. Then there is a profile of a subscriber every month as well, so you can read that. Pattern picks by the phone line. Spotlight this month is on Jennifer Lauren, and I'm a big fan of Jennifer Lauren Handmade, so I'll enjoy reading that with my tea. And then there's always a couple of pages as well with things that Hayley's been enjoying herself, something to read, something to watch, and usually a recipe, which will be really nice. I think I've made that one actually. And yeah, and then you've got basically a rundown of what's in each of the boxes. I'll maybe use that for reference when I'm telling you about the fabric and stuff that's in here. And then you have like a little planner so that you can plan out your make with everything that's come in the box. So I've shown you the little earrings. I'm going to pop those to the side. I've shown you my fat quarters. You've seen what the sweet treat is this month. And there's something else in here actually. A couple of bobbin buddies. Now this is something I've always been telling myself I will use, and I've never got around to actually organizing myself enough to do that. In the background there's lots of threads and bobbins. Now my bobbins are all nice and neat in a little bobbin organizer, but I should probably pair them up because I do have lots of bobbins that I then have to go searching for the matching thread if I want to reuse it. And basically what you do is you'll pop your little bobbin on there and then you'll put your thread in, and it just keeps them together. And I keep promising myself that I'll do that. I've seen them on Jenny Stitch's website when I've been shopping, and I keep thinking, yeah, I really ought to organize my little thread stash, but haven't got that far yet. So those will be really handy and may actually instigate the process of getting organized with all of my threads and bobbins. I have my Gutermann thread, which is correspondent to the fabric that is in my box. And my fabric this month, I think, is a cotton jersey, just from feeling it, but I'll check for you. It is, so it's cotton jersey, it's 95% cotton, 5% elastane, as is pretty standard for cotton jerseys. It's 58 inches wide, and there is 2.5 meters of this, so there is loads to go around. This is it. Now again, pastels, I don't usually wear pastels. There was like a pastel lilac in last month's box and I wasn't sure about it, but I've really, I've paired it up to myself and I kind of think it'll work for me. This I think will work as well because it does have that nice rich note in there, and I think anything that has a bit of a darker tinge to it can be worn by me. When I was blonde, this color worked on me magnificently. As a redhead, like my whole wardrobe has changed. Nevertheless, I'm going to make this, and I know exactly what I'm going to make this into. This will become a Colette Patterns moneta dress. I have so many of them, I wear them to death, and this will be beautiful for the summer. So I don't know if you can see really well, but on there, because of the zest theme, you've got some fruits, there's some cherries, and up close, if I just bring that in, you can see there's a little bit of glitter there. Can you see the glitter on there? So yes, that will make a lovely moneta dress. It's either that, or I have a new look jersey pattern, which I made really early on for a wrap dress, and I haven't made it in a long time. In fact, let me just look it out. Yeah, so it's the New Look K6301, which is a knit pattern. It's this one here. I have made it a couple of times, but as I say, way back when I first started sewing, and I haven't revisited it since. I was also a bit smaller, so I'm going to have to resize and start that pattern from scratch again. But it was a beautiful pattern and it sat really lovely just on my body as well. So that's probably one that I need to revisit, and I might actually pull it out to use with that cotton jersey, which is going into the pre-wash this evening, because that I will enjoy stitching up. And with jersey, I mean, you can make your jersey makes in no time at all. And that's really the kind of time I'm working with at the moment. I don't have time to be toiling and making a lot of things from scratch when they're woven. It does take me forever. I have a coat that I've been meaning to make and I still haven't got around to starting it, let alone finishing it. But yeah, that I'll get washed up and start sewing with. You know, it's actually really beautiful. It would make gorgeous pajamas as well if you were feeling like using nice fabric for pajamas. I don't really wear pajamas, so it would be totally lost on me to make them in that. But I think I'll probably use about 2 meters for the dress, and I'll have half a meter or so left over, and I'll have to think of what I can do with that. Maybe just make a little stretch cami or something, because I do not like waste. And to be honest, while I haven't been stitching an awful lot the last few days, I have been gutting my craft room. And I say craft room because it's not just a sewing room. I've probably said this before. I have meddled in so many crafts in my life that there's just little stations for everything. There's my knitting, there's my needlework, there's cross stitch, embroidery, there's paper crafting, there's my cricut, and yeah, everything. So because my time in this room has been so minimal recently, I have kind of just been rushing in, doing what I have to do and leaving it, and the place has got really disorganized and a wee bit out of control, and there's the patterns that I never bothered putting away and things like that. So I did have to spend a little bit of time doing that. But yeah, let's not go there. I'm still kind of getting over it. So I'm going to pop all these little bits and pieces away, and I'm going to go and I'm going to put this in the wash. I'm going to make a fresh cup of tea because that's got to be cold. Hopefully finish drying, and maybe get a warm bath or something later on if I get the chance. And I'm going to go and read my magazine. So again, I love receiving my So Hayley Jane boxes. At the moment, I'm subscribing to the classic box because I'm on maternity leave. So I'm not on my full wages, and I'm trying to give myself treats without feeling totally, you know, ridiculous. I should be a little bit more careful these days. But yeah, I love receiving this in the post. And while a part of me didn't subscribe originally because the idea of somebody else picking out my fabric, I don't know, I didn't like it because I'm really fussy. I know what I like and I know what I don't like, and very, very rarely do the twain meet. So yeah, I have to admit, it's weird. It's almost like I've given someone else a little bit of control. And for a control freak like me, that's not an easy thing to do. But Hayley has done really well. And even fabrics which I wouldn't ordinarily have considered for myself, I am seeing the potential in. So yeah, I like that. I like that. It's dragging me out of the comfort zone that I'm in. And to be honest, if I didn't like this fabric, I have so many friends and family members who would love it and who would give their right arm for a handmade garment. I know that I have one friend in particular that I will be making a beautiful dress for in the incoming weeks, and I'll share that with you as well. But yeah, I'm being asked all the time if I'll make things for people. So opportunity might knock if I can find a fabric that I really don't like for myself, but I'm not sure. I don't think I'm giving up anything yet. So you can tell, like, my February box I absolutely loved. Marches, I might put in the pre-wash actually tonight as well and get that done, because I do think it might suit me. It's got a gorgeous terracotta colour with the lilac, so I think I can get away with that. But yeah, I love cotton jersey. Cotton jersey is one of my favourite fabrics to work with, so this one will get made up into a dress of some kind. That's it from me. As I say, I'm away to get myself content for the night after being absolutely drenched. I just really wish spring would come so I could wear pretty summery looking clothes. Never mind, I do live in Ireland. I'm well used to the disappointment. Thank you again for stopping by the channel. Do go and check out So Hayley Jane if you're interested in receiving any of these boxes. And yeah, I'll share with you the mix whenever I come back with them. And I will consciously try to make some things with my fat quarters as well. And I'll probably share this. So if I'm making anything small, I'll probably share little kind of like mini sew-alongs, tutorials of those, because it's nice sometimes just to share things with people that way too. If I had more time, it's something I would probably love to be doing. I just don't have the time, unfortunately. So, over and out. Enjoy your evening, whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and I will be back soon. See ya. Bye.